So, good afternoon. My name is Cece Doucette from Ashland, and as I mentioned, we have become the first in the United States to start taking preliminary measures to protect our children in schools. In the 8 years this committee has had the smart meter opt-out bill, the wireless radiation around us has grown exponentially. Anybody can go out to antennasearch.com, put in an address, and see how many radiation emitting macro cell antennas are in your neighborhood. Usually they do a 2-mile radius. There are so many right here in a 1-mile radius of the State House that they only allowed me to print a map of 1 mile. And that's what this electrosmog looks like. There are 1,169 large cell antennas right here within a mile of where you come to work every day. And that doesn't even include the 5G small cell antennas. There's one right on a lamppost in front of the McCormick building. There's one right around the corner there too. These are new 5G microwave radiation transmitting antennas. So this is what we're exposed to right here, right now in this room. This is our daily norm now because we have allowed the industry to bring all this wireless technology into our society with no safety testing. And the science is very clear that it's biologically hazardous. Massachusetts leads the nation right now with 19 bills on man-made radiation, but we have failed to act and we are falling behind. Vermont already has a no-fee opt-out for smart meters. Everybody should have the right to safe technology in their homes. New Hampshire just did as you asked Senator Barrett. They just in 7 months passed a law to address the health and environmental impact of wireless radiation, especially 5G. Oregon just passed the second law. They have asked their Department of Public Health to do the independent review of the independent science, not the industry-funded science, and then report out to the public and especially protect our children in schools. We worked with the Department of Public Health 3 years ago on an EMF fact sheet, that's electromagnetic fields and microwave radiation. It was in review. I was told it was going to graphic design and would be out in 3 months. It's now been 3 years, and now they're denying that it even exists. So what's the difference between New Hampshire, Oregon, and us? Representative Pat Abrami heard about this issue in New Hampshire, and he's an engineer. He went in and did the systematic deep dive, got that bill passed, and in Oregon, it was Senator Anderson, who's a public health nurse, who connected the dots very quickly on what the peer-reviewed science is saying, and she got an emergency bill passed to protect their citizens. So Harvard's captured agency report tackles this issue. They liken it to big tobacco, and we are now at that point in the playbook where the scientific evidence of harm is clear. Our own government's $30 million national toxicology program reported clear evidence of tumors, which is cancer, and DNA damage. That's the roadmap to grow a proper human. We have the training built. There's a nonprofit I've helped to found out of Europe called Wireless Education. We can train the Commonwealth in a half an hour on the science, the risks, and what other countries are already doing, because we're way behind the eight ball. We just had the first U.S. medical CME conference out in California to start training our doctors to recognize microwave sickness that so many patients are having. And we have had a ton of testimony sent in on these bills. And if you look, you will hear from doctors who are saying when those 5G small cell antennas go in, they get so many more sick people coming through their doors. So this is happening in real time. In Brussels, they have already put a moratorium on 5G because they recognize it's untested and toxic. In Geneva, they put a stop, although the industry overrode it and started turning them on, and now people in Geneva are getting sick. Last month, the Chicago Tribune reported that if you use a cell phone up to your head, the industry tests it at a distance. If you actually use it the way you use it, you're exceeding FCC guidelines for public radiation by almost 11 times. So now the lawsuits are beginning. That's the bottom line risk to the Commonwealth. We need to protect our health, but the lawsuits are already starting to happen. And worse, Lloyd's of London, Swiss Re, and the other insurers already recognize radio frequency radiation as a leading risk, and they are not covering the telecom industry. So when you sign a contract to bring toxic technology in, you are assuming the liability for risk. And as glum as it all sounds, it's not rocket science. This policy book out of Washington, D.C. is called Reinventing Wires, the Future of Landlines and Networks. They were supposed to bring fiber optics to the premises, and when Wi-Fi became cheaper and highly profitable, they took a left turn and started putting up all this wireless infrastructure. Reinventing Wires is our roadmap back to safe technology that's not only human and environmentally safer, but it is also much more reliable. You get screaming fast signals when you're hardwired. Another dark secret of the industry is that wireless consumes almost 10 times the energy of hardwired systems. So we don't need more science. It's done. We need action, and we need it now. So kids are getting sicker by the day from wireless radiation.
Is there any questions? Seeing none, thank you, Dr.
So I'll leave each of the chairs with a hard copy of the